I made this recently. And it's my go at making a Roman utility knife. Now these are normally 4 to 6 inches long. This one's a bit bigger. It's about a 9-inch blade and about 15 inches overall. Now bigger ones this size are known, but I had a piece of 5mm thick steel from a project that failed, so I decided I was going to use that. Right, so the main feature of these Roman knives is the shape, and this in the smaller ones allows lots more pressure to be put on the cutting edge or onto the blade to cut, which isn't an issue if you've got one big enough. Proper Roman scholars have found 24 different sorts of Roman knife, and this is what is scholarly known as a general purpose knife. They're known more commonly obviously as utility knives. Why scholars have to be quite so different, who knows. So the main features, apart from this really distinctive blade shape, which is really cool I think, is the suspension ring at the end, because certainly in this period of knives were actually suspended from a board. Though he obviously made in iron, this one's made in steel. I use D2, and bone usually used for the handles. I had a piece of wood because I drilled the holes in the wrong place with my piece of bone, which was really, really annoying. But I think you'd agree that's quite a tasty piece of wood, all in all. You know, the grip is fairly small. That's just how they were. People were generally a bit smaller in those days. Some were decorated, like the Lost Roman knife I made, with quite intricate details on there. I decided not to, because when that wood's polished up, it is absolutely beautiful. So we get it more delicate, sir. And this blade shape wasn't just confined to the Romans. They've been found all over Europe and Asia at roughly the same period, contemporaneous with Romans and sometimes predating them. Examples off the top of my head found in Spain, Romania, Sweden. I'm not actually aware of many. I couldn't find any references to ones that were actually found in Asia, but apparently they were fairly common from drawings and so on. Now they are still available if you really want one, and why not? Well, they're about $15, €15, £15, all seems about the same. They seem to come from one single manufacturer. They're not supplied sharp and they don't have a pointy bit. The advert usually reads that they are 1st to 3rd century AD, which is late or Imperial Roman, the height of the empire, when these will be found in London. They'll be found in all sorts of smart places. And the other part of the advert says that you can do with one of these with what you can't do with a Pergio, the standard sort of Roman dagger. Nearly all the adverts say that, actually. I found a few across Europe and the Americas. It's true, but this is a general purpose knife and it's more sort of domestic use necessarily than military use. So I'm not entirely sure the average soldier would have carried one of these as well. There's nothing to really say that they do, but perhaps somewhere in the camp they would have been. But they are apparently largely more a sort of civilian domestic market. It's certainly an interesting blade, and I wouldn't mind making a smaller one just to see really how it does handle, because I think this could actually be a really functional blade. It works perfectly well in this kind of size. So yeah, perhaps one day we'll have a look at a small one.